Hey there, now how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Grave Show. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure this week running into TD, or in this case, Darby's younger brother. Actually, it was rather different from dealing with Darby himself. Even though they're both sort of the same, his brother comes off as a little bit more arrogant, cocky, and pretty much way more, I would say, way more of an oddball than what Darby was. I do honestly like the fact though that TD he does honestly look at his older brother as saying that like the only reason why he wins is pretty much because he just outright cheats. Because me, I win through actual skill. And pretty much, like, if I do beat you through skill, it's because I'm just fucking better than you. Because I'm smarter than you, and I have way more skill. That's sort of like a thing, though. But honestly, it's like, give or take, though, is that, like, he does have these quirks and shit, which does actually leave Jotaro pretty much, like, watching him and saying, like, wait a second, why the fuck are you trying to, like, wait a second, man. It's like, it's something about this guy. I think maybe he is like his brother, or pretty much he kind of has been watching me or something like that, because he instinctively knew that I would throw a left punch first. But then like but then it hit me though, because as he said it though, is that like the whole thing of gambling is the whole thing of like, once you get that feeling that you've already lost or something shocking happens, then that's when you pretty much believe that you will lose. And pretty much it was just like that, as when like he told Jotaro, was like, look, the first punch you will throw is you'll throw a left punch. And then Jotaro like hesitated, and then like he said, wait a second, I think he has me figured out. And then afterwards he threw a right punch, he said, and then he just dodged it. And I was like, well, man, looks like I won that. Because I believe that it's more of a mental game of just saying like, of just guess or just pretty much thinking or at least alluding to that you have that person figured out. Which is sort of the thing which is sort of like a thing of fear. Well, when they also do point out towards fear and anticipation and all the rest. There's other things which can actually allow you to fucking lose, like gambles, fights, or wagers, or pretty much or whatever. It's the major thing of like going in that, which is actually surprisingly a little bit more deeper than what they're actually presenting. But give or take though, is that because he is as smart as he is though, he was actually saying though, is that like he wants to take out Kakyoin first because if Jotaro loses and then fucking Joseph loses, then pretty much Kakyoin would just say, fuck it, I'm about to go ahead and just attack you whenever your back is turned. Which would be a very interesting thing, but I mean, like, he isn't necessarily wrong, so, so Kakyoin, he goes first, and of course they play an F-Zero type racing game, which does seem to have a lot of fucking interesting controls, which I really fucking question is like, why isn't that in like other racing games? I mean, that shit right there, man, it would be pretty cool. But give or take though, is that like this episode, it does end with a cliffhanger of, I believe, TD in the lead, and Kakyoin being just like a few milliliters behind, which can actually cost them the fucking race. But honestly, I don't really know what the fuck is going to happen, because I don't want to spoil anything. But honestly, for what this episode was, I really did like it. It really did make me think about the whole thing of gambling, winning, losing, and wasting, and how like his soul powers work. It's even the whole thing of like, he also has a soul collection, but he also but like he takes the souls and he puts them into dolls and changes their clothes and their hair and everything else, which does make him come off as a bit more, I'd say, psychotic than his brother. He even has dolls made up for Kakyoin, Jotaro, and not Kakyoin especially. He actually has one. He actually showed that off. I'm only assuming about like the other two, but as far as I know, he does actually have his dolls, and he is a very quirky character. So what do you think about this? Tell me in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching out and keep playing video games. I'm out.